Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And away we go at the link. Here's White on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Slot man motioned over. Throwing again. Here's Tua. And there's your man there. It's intercepted. Jonathan Jones makes the play. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. All right. Tagovailoa back to the air after the pick. That pass is complete to McBride. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
All right, come on.
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready, shot.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Tua now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Good.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Hits him on the out route. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Out.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready.
They run again with Hubbard. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, here's Tua. McBride hauls it in. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. He's contained at the line for no gain. Hauled down by Christian Izzian. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Stay right here.
Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hubbard. Only a couple there, but still in good shape. Only 3 yards to go here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
32 Stinger.
Trying it again with Hubbard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Get set. TX.
QB sneak coming. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and they remain just short of the end zone. It's 4th and goal.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll run for it, Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Back-to-back carries here. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Right up the gut. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of the defense.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. This time it's a passing play. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They send a receiver in motion right. They cross the 40 on a nice run. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pull that in front further, 13-zip. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. 2-2 Atwell now to return it. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Tua. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Kyle Duggar holding him down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Hauled in left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21.
Eagles nothing. Austin Seibert.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Atwell now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, ready. Ready.
Back to the air following the pick 6. Pass complete to Hubbard. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Working quickly here.
A 6-yard pickup.
21G, 21G.
And 4 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 4. Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
20, TX.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hey!
Here's Tua again. He's got him. That's McBride. And they make the tackle at the 38. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Good for an Eagles.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Right. Hey, turbo 2. Turbo 2. Turbo 2.
1st and 10. It's Hubbard. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Hubbard hauls it in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working.
Right.
He gets them several yards on that play.
Turbo 1, hard. Hard. Solo left Zion.
They'll send him over right.
Set.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Turbo 1, high. All right, come on. Out.
Tagovailoa now. He's on the move. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They motion the tight end over. Another try following the sack. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely online. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, most pass rushers really don't get enough credit for how well they read those quarterbacks. As he was fighting his blocker, kept his eyes on the ball, and he timed it perfectly to get a hand up in the throwing lane and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They're running the option, short side. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Putting a receiver in motion. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 4-yard pickup there, and that makes the decision even tougher now, 4th and short.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. They'll run for this. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Atwell now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey.
Tua now from the gun. That's Kupp on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
And they send a man in motion. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his third strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
They've got first down from the 31. Handoff running right. Here's Swift. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Completed left side to Samuel. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Handoff now from the gun. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Malik Hooker with the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Lone back gets the handoff. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun is Purdy. Connection made to Judy. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Buccaneer football, and this could be over quickly. This lead huge entering the 4th. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Purdy looking to throw. Throw caught by his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. First down, here's Tua. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Motion man sent left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. Has a hole left, room to run. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. McPherson add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now it's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21.
Eagles 14.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here's White on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This is reeled in by Leggett. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Crosses the 35, room for more. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Turbo 3, kick. Get set. Out.
Here's a give to Hubbard. Has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Point after, up and good by McPherson. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion here left. Here's 2nd and 11. That's taken in by Samuel. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Buccaneers looking like they'll start this season with a win. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and short, he's taking the option right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
That's taken in by Cup. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Again, it's Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
21G, 21G.
To throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
20, TX.
Now to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive